Hey, YouTube friends and family. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing great. I sincerely do. I hope you're planting gardens, getting in the mood, with spring and enjoying nature. I hope that you're planting trees, becoming more self-sufficient, because I think that's going to be very important. I know a lot of people live in places where gardening isn't real convenient, but there's always buckets and tubs and things that you can put plants in. Get a dehydrator, start dehydrating, storing up on some things, even if you find good deals at a farmer's market or something. Friends, I wanted to get on here and discuss something that's racing around on YouTube. A lot of us are kind of fall into the category of activism. And there's a lot of reason for that. Some of us voice our opinions about what's going on in our governments. We voice our opinions on laws that are unfair, breach of contracts, tyranny, just a load of things. And we're called a lot of names. There's people that make very nasty remarks and comments, and gosh, I've had a few. I really have. And I'm the kind of person, I laugh at it because they don't know me. They don't know that my heart is really rooting for them, and that it's in their best interest that I speak up and say this isn't right. And so if they want to fault me or put me down for that or make their nasty little remarks, I do. I laugh. What I wanted to talk to you guys about, to all my subscribers, and I'm going to put a remix button on this, so if you'd like to share it with your subscribers, download it yourself or hit the remix or whatever. But we got to be paying attention. We've got to be paying attention. There are 3 scandals taking place right now up on the Hill. And they're hard to read. They're hard to follow. They're hard to speculate on as far as which direction it's going to be going. But there's something else going on right here in our YouTube community. Adam Kokesh, I think is his name. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You guys can look it up. He's an activist and has been for, well, ever since I started YouTube. I ran into him immediately. And from my understanding, he was probably really into it a couple years before I showed up here. So I don't know exactly how long. But he has put together an idea for a march into Washington. I think he wants 1,000 people, or I don't know, shooting for 1,000 people, it seems like. But I should have kept the article open. Anyway, the point isn't how many people. The point is he wants to do this march, and he's asking people to join him. And they want to be carrying loaded rifles or loaded weapons for this. You know, guys, our big concern right now is police state and martial law and all the things that could really turn our country upside down. We risk losing every freedom, if we're not paying attention, if we're not vigilant, and if we're not standing up for what's wrong, but doing it in a way that we're not going to harm our own situation. We're not going to harm our families or ourselves. You know, if this happens, there's going to be a number of laws that are broken. You cannot carry a loaded weapon in Washington, D.C. You can't do it. Think about it. Common sense would tell you that. You know, a pro-gun protest like this is risky. You're wanting to go pro-gun and you pack loaded weapons into Washington, D.C.? Where is the common sense? Where's the logic? Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's. The thing is, what a lot of people don't realize is that our military, and military is going to protect Washington, D.C., our military no longer needs authorization from the president to intervene in any domestic disturbance. They do not have to get permission from the president to take you down, to take you out. You walk into Washington, D.C., and I don't care, you could be so peaceful. You could just be like a little lamb walking down the street with your rifle tied to your back. You're breaking several laws. You can be thrown in jail. You can be thrown in prison. You can be thrown into a detention camp. You can be killed. Stop and think about your families. I beg you, if anybody is even considering joining in with Adam on this, rethink this. Another thing that this is going to do is it's just going to open the door wide open for civil unrest, police state, martial law. I mean, look what they did for the Boston Marathon. They didn't have any trouble making people stay in their homes. I don't know what's happened. Americans have no backbone. They're cowing down at every corner. And we shouldn't be. We should not take this. We should not sit down and just accept it. If Occupy Wall Street didn't teach us what it was supposed to, there is one thing that it did teach us. All those people were practicing their right to a peaceful rebellion against wrong. And our system it's corrupt, it's bad, it's wrong in many ways. There's deception like crazy. But on Occupy Wall Street, these guys sat around with their musical instruments, their guitars, their Indian flutes. They sang, they joined arms, they locked arms, they sat down on the sidewalk. They were beaten with clubs. They were tasered. They were pepper sprayed in the face, close proximity. The cops didn't care. Quite frankly, militarizing the police, we've lost our public servants. They're not here to serve us anymore. It went straight to their heads in a power pull. I said in one comment that their brains dropped to their balls, and all of a sudden they were just so powerful. They do not have our best interest in mind. Not all of them. Maybe there's some. But from what we've been seeing, the police breaking into people's homes, kicking doors down, tasering innocent people, beating them with billy clubs or nightsticks, whatever you call them, and getting away with it. Killing people, like the father and brother that was beat to death in California while he was begging them to stop. And we've seen a lot of it. This is what they do. Carrying a loaded weapon, whether it's concealed or not concealed, is against the law in the district. Yes, it is. And, just mere possession, the possession in Washington, D.C. is going to give them a penalty of up to a year in prison. If that firearm is a pistol, then it's 5 years. So I hope you rethink this. And if you're thinking about doing it, don't. If you know somebody that's thinking about it, talk to them. This is not a good thing. Not good at all. They're not going to let you do it. And you're risking your family's well-being. You're risking your well-being. You're risking your life. For what? For what? See, a good, strong militia isn't strong enough today. This is not what America used to be. The game rules have changed. They have slipped and slid laws into place in hidden places, like agriculture bills, having things hidden right in the middle. And they're getting all these laws made out of the view of anybody, really. They're making it happen. We'll find a way, guys. We'll find a way to get our country back. But it's not marching on D.C. It's not packing a weapon. I say make videos. I say use your voice. I say contact your governors and your senators, and especially people that you know in your local governments. And perhaps if we put our minds together, we can find a way through this. But in the meantime, take care of your families. There's so much going on, and the problems are mounting. It's like a steady wave of stress. So focus on the things that you know you can take care of. Don't try and attack and handle the things that you can't take care of. And we'll put our heads together and see if we can't find a better way. We need to be careful who we let into any office of government. And we need to see things for what they really are. It's just like 9/11. Proof is so strong right now that 9/11 is, in fact, without a doubt, an inside job. And still today, people don't want to believe it because they think that this is our America, and it's not. I love you all. Be safe. Use your good common sense, and we'll all get through this together. We'll find a way. Great big hugs. Keep smiling. And I'm going to turn the comments off on this one because there's really not anything more to say. I'm just asking you to think about it. If you were planning on joining in on this. Now, there is a March the 25th for Monsanto. And please, if you guys can join that, join it. I'll put a link down below for that too. But the March on Washington, not a good thing. You know, Adam's going to have to do this one himself because good people don't need to be involved. Catch you guys later.